Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and I have my second layout using the Scrap Stash kit called Mr. Fox. If you haven't heard of the Scrap Stash kit concept, it's basically making your own kit from a stash based on some inspiration that's given to you. And I will include a link to the blog that organizes it so that you can take a look at it if you'd like to. And if you look back on my channel, I also have a video where I show you exactly what I pulled from my stash to create this kit. So this picture is of a deer that my husband encountered while he was hiking with some of his friends that he's in training with right now. And they saw it, and it saw them, and that thing just walked right up and started eating food out of their hands. Like they held out food to it, and it ate right out of their hands. It was crazy. So he got a good picture. I wanted to make sure I got it down. And I'm using that, it's a very deep, almost burnt orange cardstock. I have so many sheets of that cardstock, it's insane. I got it on a deep discount from someone who was closing a scrapbook store, so she gave me some good deals on some stuff. But man, I have so much. I'm probably going to try to use some on every single layout from this kit. And that floral orange paper right there is from Echo Park, and that vellum sheet right there is from Studio Calico. That's just a little scrap I had. That's all I had left. And this is bamboo-ish gray paper, I believe. I had cut into it. That was the only piece I had left, so there wasn't a manufacturer, but I believe it's an Amy Tangerine piece of paper. And this little piece right here is something that was punched out of a big sheet. It came with like 4 different shapes like that. I don't know who made it. I want to say it was Lily Bee. But I'm not 100% sure. There wasn't a manufacturer stamp on it anywhere. So I'm just kind of layering them just to line it all up and make sure it looks good. And I had outlined them all in my black Sharpie just so that each layer kind of stands out on its own a little bit, since there was, you know, these are 4 different patterns sitting on top of each other. This little arrow that says captured is an image that I had cut from my silhouette. It just came from a big sheet. I just made a big 12 by 12 cut on my silhouette one day of just a bunch of stuff that I liked in craft. So it can be used with pretty much anything. So I put it on some white cardstock just so that it stood out a little bit more. And my title's gonna say Hello Dear. And those stickers are called Meadow in an orange color. And then I used the hello from that Amy Tangerine sticker sheet there. So I'm happy with the way everything looked, and it was starting to slide around a little bit, so I decided to go ahead and just start getting some stuff stuck down here. I'm cleaning up a few little ends where I punched it out. Some of the, it didn't rip up completely cleanly, so I just had to chop off a little bit of paper there. And I'm making sure my adhesive there on the vellum is only on the part where it's going to be covered up, otherwise you'd be able to see it through. And these are Studio Calico rub-ons. They're orange clocks. And I only have 2 left. Those are very, very old. I don't even know how long I've had them. But I'm going to use them both up here, 1 in each corner. And I'm going to use the bigger one on the top because there's more room up there. So I didn't want to try to cram a big clock in the lower left-hand corner where there's already a whole bunch of stuff layered. So a little bit more room up here. And I like it. It's a little bit subtle. It's not completely, you know, boom, pop of orange. It's just, it kind of blends in a little bit to the background, so I like that. And I have an empty package, yay! And some coffee. Go ahead and get my title stuck down here. And I'm using that wax paper trick where you put your your letters and you know, and stickers too, because that was from a sticker sheet. So I can move it around on the page without having to stick anything down first. And those wood veneer, those are both from Freckled Fawn kits. And what I did was I wrote the date or the month and the year of the kit that they're in, because I pulled stuff from my kits, but I didn't want to, you know, put the entire kit, the entire Freckled Fawn kit in there. So I just wrote, you know, so those are from the May 2014 kit. So when I'm done with this kit and I still have some of those left over, I can easily put those back into my Freckled Fawn bags and I know which one to put it in. Otherwise I would have no clue and I'd have to go research it, and no. So I just wrote directly on the packaging which kit that came from. And those are just little wood veneer flower images. So I'm going to put one in each corner here. I'm going to stick big enamel dots right in the center of them. And I'm going to use the green ones all around. I wanted to use some green to highlight. It's very muted in the picture, but there's some green in there. You know, they were in the woods and everything. So emptied that one too, so that's another empty package. I'm going to go ahead and get these wood veneer vine leafy type looking things right here. I wanted to make sure I got some stuff like that on here since, you know, it literally is in the woods and it's a, you know, very nature-y picture, which is kind of the theme of this kit as well, putting some nature in there. And I'm going to add a sticker from the Amy Tangerine sticker sheet from her +1 line. It says "This Happened," and it's in orange. I think I had a couple more from these sheets as well. I'm trying to pretty much look for anything that's either orange or green. So I got an orange heart there, and an orange star. Just tiny little details. I'm trying to think about where I'm going to do my journaling because I didn't really leave myself too much room. So I'm trying to decide where my journaling is going to be and what else I want to add on there. So I decided to go with a couple of these brads, and at first I grabbed some green ones, but then I realized there's some that have green and orange and brown in there, and I thought the brown was a good, nice little accent to put on there. Not only helps tie in with the wood veneer since wood is brown, but also, you know, the deer is brown. So I'm going to go ahead and add those on there. One on each side, kind of hanging over the sides of the picture a little bit. To make my holes pretty big because the brackets of the brads were thick. And I'm going to put a couple pieces of washi tape over the back of the brads just so that when I slide these into my album they won't catch on anything or rip any other pages or the page protectors or anything like that. Still trying to think about where I'm going to do my journaling. And I'm watching Criminal Minds too. I'm almost finished with the first season. I only have a few more episodes left. It's a good one. It's funny, I like to watch shows while I scrap because, you know, I can easily watch it and scrap at the same time. Like, I don't ever miss anything. But sometimes I'll get so engrossed in the show that I forget to scrap. Like right now I'm watching. So that's probably a big point in the show. And I'm like, oh, what's going to happen? Who did it? But, you know, it's fun. So I decided to do my journaling on just a scrap piece of white cardstock, and I outlined it just like all the other papers so it tied in nicely, and I'm just going to slip it in on the bottom here. And that helps tie in with the white cardstock that's behind the captured arrow as well. And that is going to complete my layout. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again real soon. Bye.